advised. Equal discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Equal discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Equal discretion is advised. Discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the kingdom of eternal reign. This is Channel KOK. This Halloween, get ready for Watch Ween. The rain never stops and the magic never ends. Only on Channel KOK. Tonight, King and the Branch host a spooky live stream reacting to the 1915 classic Golem. It's Watch Ween, where ancient cinema meets modern magic. Join the fun as our hosts review, react, and analyze every creepy moment. Live. Dive into the shadows with us, only on Channel KOK. Up next, Golem, a haunting masterpiece. Don't blink or you'll miss the chills. Watch as King and the Branch weave tales and break down this silent horror classic. It's all happening right here, right now. Live from the kingdom of eternal reign. Because on Channel KOK, movies are the modern myths. And it's all part of Channel KOK's Dark Myth Arc Autumn. This is TV to ponder to, my fiends. So grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and get ready for a fright. Don't miss Watch Ween streaming live on Channel KOK, where every frame tells a story worth remembering, and every night is Halloween night. Stay tuned, because the scares are just beginning. You're watching Channel KOK's Watch Ween. Happy Halloween.
If it's tune in, celebrate in the kingdom of eternal reign. With King and the Branch, let the spirits dance. It's a Channel KOK Halloween. We watch the North Star flicker above, a reel spinning God's holy machine. Angels with lights and celestial gloves framing each scene. Scrolls of VHS tapes in cathedral halls, where God directs and ghosts recite through haunted walls. The rain never ends here, rain-soaked streets whisper myth. VHS scrolls with static breath tell the stories that outlive death. It's a Channel KOK Halloween. Pause fear, fast forward hope on the silver screen. Castle halls glow with TV light, where the heavens splice our joy and pain tonight. This is the kingdom of eternal reign, where ghosts and golems, goblins and ghouls step forth from shadow to be reviewed, discussed, and analyzed by none other than King and the Branch. We celebrate the autumn with Channel KOK's Dark Myth Arc. From folklore whispers to silver screens, ghostly myths fuel our dreams. It's a Channel KOK Halloween, where God directs and ghosts recite the scene. Hang with King and the Branch, don't miss the fright, in the kingdom of eternal reign tonight. Channel KOK's Dark Myth Arc Autumn, where even the static breathes.
Channel K. OK's Watch Ween will be right back after these short messages. Don't touch that dial or you'll have a grave time finding us again.
In a world where shadows write the laws and illusions wear the crown. The kingdom thrives on neon light and broken memory. A cyberpunk dystopia ruled from the dark by the J Society, masters of Kabbalistic alchemy, weaving their spells through screens, through circuits, through the very pulse of the city. They control the schools, the banks, the government, the media, every breath of life bent toward their tower, the SOS Tower. A black cube rising to drain the vril of mankind. But one day, the sky itself refused the lie. The North Star called, and a boy named Vrillian answered. Through the ruins of old Agartha, a kingdom once radiant, alive with Tesla fire and Roman splendor, he discovers the sword of Akasha, a blade of Vril, forged for truth. He is not alone. Aurora, her golden hair carrying the memory of the lost kingdom, bound to a marriage she never chose, pulled by fate into the same ruins, to the same call. Together, they awaken a destiny long buried. From the crypts of the forgotten, the Dark Father rises, a general of old Agartha resurrected, mentor and storm, and the prophecy speaks. Before the last cicada sings, the J Society must fall, or the world is theirs. But illusions tighten, the people are chipped. Schools of indoctrination farm the weak. The streets rot with techno-zombies and the corrupted ones. As the red ceremony begins, a sacrifice, a rooster bred for divinity, blood for a false god beneath the SOS Tower. Now, Vrillian, Aurora, and the Dark Father lead the last of the unbroken. Through fire, through chaos, toward the tower where the J-Man awaits. But victory births betrayal. For when the J-Man falls, the Dark Father claims the throne, not resurrection, domination, and so, the final trial. Vrillian must face the man who made him, not to return to the past, but to forge a future, a new Agartha, a new age. As cicadas sing their last song of summer, and the bells of love ring, a king will rise, a queen will awaken, and the world will remember. This is White Boy Summer, the anime.
Now back to Channel KOK's Watch-A-Ween, where the scares are always fantastic.
More Fati, everyone, and welcome back to Channel KOK, live from the Kingdom of Eternal Reign. I'm your host, King, with my co-host, The Brants. Welcome to a new season, a new initiation, a new broadcast, the same channel. We are back and we are starting off with a Halloween special. And this is Dartmouth Autumn, or Dartmouth Autumn Arc, and where we're going to be talking about dark myths. And first up, Dark Myth Autumn, we'll be talking about Golem from 1915. Now, the original 1915 edit of the movie is mostly destroyed. They had to re-put it together, and the only thing that we have, the one we'll be watching today as a watch along, is actually a re-cobbled together re-release from 1920. So even though the original film was from 1915, all we have really left today is the 1920 version of the film. So we're going to be watching Golem from 1915, or more correctly, from 1920. So welcome everyone. We're going to be talking about the myth of the Golem, and we have, of course, the co-host Branch. Welcome, Branch.
Hey guys, good to be here.
Yeah, man, those ads are getting really strange. These AI ads, they get.
You mean yours or on the internet in general?
Oh, was that ours? I didn't realize that we were promoting stuff on the channel.
Oh, but oh, the Golem itself is an AI, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. As you saw in the intro, yeah. If you wonder where we've been, we of course annually the Branch and I normally take like a brief hiatus in the summertime to get outside, do IRL stuff. And then we come back swinging it in the fall and winter. So we're back now, but we've been posting stuff to our social medias. A lot of AI content, dabbling in AI with new AI intro song and intros and fake trailers, and we've been mimetic with White Boy Summer. So yeah, that was something that we did over the summertime that was really fun, really mimetic. And all this AI stuff will be connected to the Golem. So a little teaser there about what we're going to be talking about. But this is a watch along. So we're going to be playing the movie as we watch it. It's something that I've been wanting to do on the channel for a long time. So I'm excited to finally have the chance to do a watch along.
Well,
And
you have kind of done like movie reviews though, so in a way you've kind of done, I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit might have been technically a watch along, sort of, kind of.
yeah, well, yeah, our Who Framed Roger Rabbit, our first video on the channel, which go back and watch our Who Framed Roger Rabbit one. That one was a really good channel, or a really good video. One of my favorites, probably. But yeah, we recorded it right after watching the film, so it was kind of a watch along. But this is a official watch along. So yeah, put in the comments who, if you do, you have a favorite horror host? Do you like Elvira, or do you like Vincent Price, or do you like perchance Joe Bob Briggs?
Elvira was a blast from the past. I totally forgot about her till you said something.
Yeah.
And yeah, Joe Bob Briggs, I think he did some of those watch-alongs, and the Crypt Keeper was a puppet of sorts, I guess, that you could kind of count on that list. He aged pretty well over the years. He hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs still does it. He's still doing his thing. The Last Drive-In, which I think it's funny. He calls his show The Last Drive-In now because he's like, I'm only doing this show one more time.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I've been doing this for like 30 years. This is my last show. But yeah, we're gonna be doing our watch along, our Halloween horror host watch along of the Golem. So I think we should just kind of get started here because the movie is 1 hour and 42 minutes long. So let's get going. And since it's a silent film, we can talk over it and everything. And it's going to be a fun time. So happy Halloween, happy autumn. Let's get going here. Now, the original title when the movie went from Germany to America was The Monster of Fate. And now it's just referred to as the Golem. But the first American title was The Monster of Fate, which I think it's a really interesting title.
Is that the starry sky right now?
Yes.
What constellation is that?
I can't really tell.
Oh, so this is part of the Golem in Fortune related, is that it's related somehow to the stars. It does have a star on it at one point, right? Okay.
Yeah. The star on its chest is what powers it. Is what gives it
Eve said Libra.
Libra. Awesome. Thank you, Eve.
Venus in Libra, to be specific.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, so the myth of the Golem, which is kind of what they're hinting at here at the beginning, was I believe Eve even told us that it was set in was it Prague, I believe she said.
Yeah. Well, the Golem of Prague, I think, was the title of it.
Yeah. And essentially, what these Jewish individuals did was they created a golem to try to what they thought they needed protection from, and so it would go after people that they thought were endangering them in a way. And so the twist of the story, though, is that the more people it went after. Oh, weird. Sorry about that, guys. Technical issues. One moment. Don't know what's going on there. That is strange.
The modern day Golem is onto us. Shut down. The J Society interfering. Folks, we're live from Channel KOK Studios, and the Golems breached the doors. He spares no one. We have to find the holy water. Oh, okay. So apparently everything's still working, I think. So, and you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I think you're muted. One moment, folks. The Golem, is emblazoned with a star, much like a Care Bear.
Oh yeah, I
King,
was.
King is back.
That's
Okay, welcome
that's
back, King. I thought the Golem got you, dude. Like
dude.
you got
Yeah,
was that? I think was that planned? Were you just was that a gag? Were you like trying to scare us?
that would be something I would do, but no, that
Golem came in thrashing around and gotcha.
No, not.
Well, I'm glad you're back. So,
Yeah.
what did it cause? Like a system-wide issue?
Yeah, it was my computer was just going haywire there. I don't know what was really
It's the friggin' their Golem, their modern day Golem, the Zeitgeist Golem, something like that.
but it was weird because I was talking about how they how they created the golem to get a quote
To go after people, exactly.
to go
like
after
there's that
people
very
that quote
moment. Yeah.
that they deemed anti-Semitic, at the time. And the crazy part of it was or the interesting part of it was the golem over time, the more people it would attack, the crazier and more out of control it was. So by the end of it, the Jewish individuals that created the golem couldn't maintain control over the golem because it got too powerful and started going after everyone. So it was, they didn't fully have control over it. And it so kind of like Terminator, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, moral of the story is don't create artificial life. Never ends well. Especially for those that created them, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have it back up though. So let me try to screen share again. Sorry about that, guys. Technical issues when you're going live are always fun.
I'm just waiting for a golem to come through that door behind you. I still think you're in on it. He's gonna come and get you, while we're live. And it's really just gonna be like a crypto scam at the end. You're like you're gonna be like pump and dump. The golem's holding you hostage.
The golem's holding me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone. There was a golem approaching channel KOK's corridors. Oh, that's crazy! I didn't even hit play, but now it's playing. Okay,
Well,
I guess we're
see it now has mind of its own. It's got a taste for blood.
Yeah. But yeah,
and see, I think that's an interesting topic, pardon me, just because I've had a lot of animals, and I've noticed when I've had animals, once your animal gets a taste for blood, it does change the animal. Once your pet gets a taste for blood, because I've raised animals in such domesticity, if you will, that we've kind of controlled what they eat, and but once they would get a taste for blood, it made them more hyper aggressive and stuff, and they might even like bite or claw you by accident if you get in between them and the prey or whatever. So in a way, I can kind of relate to this golem thing in that way. He was never intended to have like that bloodlust, but once he got it, it's like it kept feeding on it somehow.
Yeah.
And then, it's not the breed, though. It's not the breed of golem. It's the way you raise your golem, right?
Exactly. How was it raised from the grave?
But that raises an interesting point about like what are the ingredients of a golem?
Yeah.
So do you know? Like,
yeah. uh, well, in they do a version of a ceremony in this film. Um, and so basically, what's happening right now, um, at the start of this film, is the golem was created, and everything in the myth, according to this movie, happened. The golem was created. It when it did its job. It went after people, and then it was put to rest. And now, in the present day of the film, they are discovering the remnants of the golem, and they're wanting to turn it back on again.
Also, this is not even the first. This is like they hear the story and resurrect the golem. See, I did not know that part about the story. That's peculiar, and that's intriguing to me.
Yeah, so these aren't the same individuals that originally created the golem. It's just in their history.
And so they're not actually experiencing a problem. There's just this prophecy in the stars that they will be, and so they're gonna preemptively summon the golem, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting to me too, is that they're manufacturing this hysteria. The golem is a product of fear in a sense, right? Not even necessity, but fear.
Yeah. And what's interesting is you'll see a bit later in the film is the golem because there isn't really an immediate threat. It becomes more of a novelty, or they're having it like just do chores. And that's not what the original intent of the golem was. So it's funny, it just basically becomes like a Roomba.
Yeah.
Man,
and next thing you know, they're gonna have protests.
Yeah.
For golem rights, ourselves. Yeah. If you think about it from like a legal perspective, this stuff kind of gets defined in strange ways, like corporations even are kind of, a version of this legal parameters of a golem, if you will, like and how it's animated, with bylaws and mission statements and policies. And so these are no different than the purpose of the golem. Like what's the mission statement of the golem, Chris?
Yeah, exactly. Defend defend the Jewish people, terminate the people that they see as adversarial to them, or the golem deems adversarial to them.
Yeah, whatever the algorithm says, right?
Yeah.
The algorithm then as compared to now. And so I think that's interesting too, as it closes with the scene. What is that, Libra, she said?
Yeah.
So they're going to be doing the ritual here shortly, right?
Yeah.
Here's the decree. We can no longer neglect the popular complaints against the J Society. They despise holy Christian ceremonies. Here's the motive. They endanger the lives and property of their fellow men. They practice black magic. We decree that all Jays shall leave the city and all territory and site of the city before the month is ended, which is a lunar cycle. So 30-day kind of, you're being evicted, Yeah. How many times has this happened, King? Is this like one of those times?
Maybe this was, well, I know they're up
Frog.
to 109 now, so it might be this might be like the 99th or something like that.
I mean, if you're gonna be whatever you're gonna do, be the best at it, right? You are the best at it for sure. Getting kicked out of countries.
Well, I mean, Jewish people are nomadic people.
Well, and the reason for that, though, from a scriptural perspective, is that's part of their punishment for having been disobedient in the past, and killing Christ, of course, is part of that. So that's why their country was taken away from them, you know. So yeah, but that's obviously an unpopular opinion these days. The Golem might have a problem with that, I'm sure. The Golem of today definitely has a problem with that. So well, I guess that's a good point.
Also, something that another film fact about this movie is this is actually the first movie of a trilogy. A lot of people refer to it as like the first horror trilogy, and they made 3 Golem movies.
Oh, okay. So which of the 3 is this one? You said
this
the second?
Is the first one.
First.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is one of the first film trilogies. And again, this is a German Jewish film, so it's interesting. And it also is,
I was
of
just
course,
are the 3 unified? Like, are they standalone or?
Oh yeah, well the central character, which is the Golem, is in all 3 of them. So
universe basically, then. Okay.
Yeah, same kind of universe.
Oh, here's the blueprint.
Blueprint schematic. Yeah.
You mean blueprint schematica? Venus enters the constellation of Libra. The auspicious hour has come to summon the dread spirit of Ashtaroth and compel him to reveal the magic word. Then we can bring the Golem to life to save our people. So the spirit's role here is to give them a word. See, the Freemasons are also searching for a word, and they were trying to resurrect Hiram Abiff, but because they didn't have the word, they couldn't do it. So that story, very Golem-esque.
Yeah, thank you for reading all of them. All the titles.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've never seen this, so yeah, all this stuff's kind of... So they're summoning a spirit right now.
Yeah.
It's like, well, didn't the decree say they were guilty of black magic? And then here they are summoning a devil to tell them how to summon the lost art of summoning a golem.
Yeah.
Because they themselves are not holy enough to know how at this point, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of a point you guys made on the space, was like this. I think you mentioned that, how you were supposed to be a holy man as a deacon. Only then were you like qualified. So the fact that this was a lost art kind of lends itself to the fall of man, and so when it is summoned, each successive time it's summoned, it's like the people just get worse and worse. And so the intention is kind of toxic from the get-go, from the beginning, It's like polluted already.
Yeah, it's interesting how this is a story that keeps on being told over and over again. Just in film alone, books and film alone, this is often the myth of the Golem is what is cited as inspiration for Mary Shelley to write Frankenstein, the original novel, or the modern Prometheus, as it's called.
I couldn't help but notice that last name, Frankenstein, sounds a bit familiar.
Yeah, and then, of course, there was also the Universal Studios, movie for the Frankenstein monster and everything, and you have Hammer's film uh, of the Curse of Frankenstein, and so Frankenstein, and then Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. I mean, this is just a character that keeps on being reused over and over again. Of course, you also have like the monsters and the monster mash, and like it's very like, I mean, this is why we're doing it for Halloween, and it's also being retold again, coming out in November. Uh, Guillermo del Toro is finally coming out with his iteration of the Golem, which he's been working for like 20 plus years on. So it's a very common story, and something that we talked about in our X space. Because if you didn't know, we also have a X account for Channel KOK, where we do spaces to talk to everyone that tunes in, and we did a pre-show X space with Eve, and in it, I weaved in this idea of like what Branch was talking about earlier as well, this of AI and like the Terminator aspect of the Golem. And what's interesting about what we're seeing here in the film is, so this rabbi is kind of like your Dr. Frankenstein. The Golem is Frankenstein's monster, which real name is Adam, right? And then the rabbi's daughter is kind of the girl that the Frankenstein's monster tries to fall in love with, and there's
Potential bride of Frankenstein, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why he in the sequel is why he creates the bride, is because the Golem has a desire to love and to partner up, and that's part of the reason why the unrequited love aspect of it is an aspect of why he
Crashes out.
Yeah, crashes out, goes berserk, right? And so
There's the Golem incel.
So it's interesting. So we have it in the myth that it got so powerful and out of the control that it just started attacking everyone. And then in the movies, the reason why it goes berserk is because of an unrequited love. So I definitely think there's something about being human, being man, and having control over your emotions and your actions, and there's a reason why like lust is a big obstacle for me. There's a reason why like in the warrior archetype you have to also have that like king mentality to know where to steer your aggression in power.
I just wanted to interject here. He was making the Golem in the last scene. He was fashioning the Golem according to the schematic. He was using his hands to mold the Golem. And that act would have been something that God did when making Adam. And here he is again, right?
Yeah.
Wringing his hands and fashioning the Golem. So, this inherently is like an act of playing God in a sense, right? Look at him forcing clay into the Golem's face. So there's some effort here in creating the Golem, right?
Yeah. Some effort. both on. Go ahead.
Intention, yeah.
Yeah, intention. Both in the story and out of the story. Just think about the technical aspect of capturing this on film, right?
Oh, I got it. You know the shape of water, right? Well, the shape of clay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what Del Toro should have called his Frankenstein, the shape of clay.
Well, only if he done the Golem, though. Frankenstein's a little different, I guess. The shape of lightning might have been better, perhaps, for Frankenstein. Oh, wait, is this a mob going after them now?
Yeah. People that don't want the Golem to be made.
Oh, so it's already out that the Golem. So who ratted them out about the Golem at all? Like how did they even know about it before it's made?
Well,
are they just suspicioning it and somehow they're correct?
Yeah, I think they're just suspicious right now. The girl in their film is the rabbi's daughter.
Who's the guy with the feather in his cap? I can't tell who's a female exactly. They all look kind of female to me.
It's
is that her?
Yeah, that's her with the the
braids,
wrap braid thing on her head.
So we're back to the Golem drawing board. And so this is like the mind of God, right? But the blueprints are before creation takes place. Oh, yeah. Is that the Golem toppled on the floor? Has it been?
Yeah, it's pieces of it because it's not all together yet. Yeah.
Assembled like Voltron. Also, he did it knowing they were coming then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I plead with you, my brethren, come, I beseech thee, come and see my Golem. It is deconstructed like a Lego set on the floor. See, it can't do anything. Oh, it was I who drew the emperor's horoscope. I warned him twice of danger. Tell him now that I humbly request an audience with him. See, I was kind of on point there with my guess, what they were saying. The Emperor card, though, is in the Tarot. That's what, card 4, I think?
I believe it's 4.
So his court includes people like this, or alarmists. They're like, hey, the stars portend ill omen, my lord. You must create a Golem. Some guy walks up to Trump and is like, my lord, the stars portend tragedy. We must create Palantir.
Yeah, would that be Peter Thiel, or maybe it was Elon Musk at one point, but now it's Peter Thiel.
It's all of them, dude. Yeah. An interesting point. None of those guys are actually, Native Americans. Like, they're not born here. They're all immigrants that have come and built their golems here in the United States, so to speak. So this land kind of invites this type of shenanigans, So maybe that's part of it too, how does it ever happen 109 times in the first place? It's almost like the wayward nature of the Goyim, and just our societies kind of like we destroy ourselves in a way, we kind of necessitate the Golem and its role. Here's the star. So is this supposed to represent Venus in this case?
I guess it's supposed to represent Venus. So Venus gives him life in the way, the power of Venus, the power of Libra.
It's very much like the Pygmalion story, the sculptor that is creating it. The hour has come, the hour of this spirit's influence, in other words. Pygmalion, he creates a statue and falls in love with it, and Venus, I think, or Aphrodite, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the same thing, actually. Animates the statue for the guy. Of course, I think it ends in a tragedy, of course. But there seems to be some type of association with Venus, the morning star, if you will, and some type of animation of the image, giving it life, which is a motif we see in the book of Revelation. You know, the Antichrist does something like this, where he creates an image and gives it life. Does he make a golem? I mean, prove me wrong, I guess, when the time comes.
Yeah.
You could say Palantir is already that golem that the Antichrist will use. So will it be made a human, though? I guess is, or some type of, how far will it go, you know? Like,
Yeah.
will it become incorporeal? Will it become corporeal? Will it take form? Apparently so. And that's where I think people like Elon are kind of going to have to share some of this guilt, because it's a convergence of technologies that'll be guard the secret with your life, he says.
Well, the story goes that, you know, in all these follow man stories, follow empires, follow societies, that's all how it happened, from Sodom and Gomorrah to even Atlantis. Is because they started to, you know, create these monstrosities and then breed with the monstrosities. And
well, that was, yeah, the flood, man. That's pretty much why the flood was brought, because too much of weird interbreeding projects going on. Knight Florian brings the Emperor's answer. It's one of these characters is a knight. Probably the guy with the feather in his hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, because there is a character in the tarot also. Red feather appears in many of the cards. In fact, the death card is one where you'll find him riding a horse wearing the red feather in his cap. So is Knight Florian representing the death here? Is he coming to slay the golem? A rabbi? So here we go. We have a scene in here again. They're the creator and his golem are present. The knight's in the house, talking to his daughter, right? So this is Miriam. Is that her name?
Yeah, Miriam, his daughter.
So I think that name means Mary. Is that correct?
I don't know. I believe it could be.
So I almost wonder if that's kind of a intentional thing, you know? Like, here's Mary. She's the one that the golem becomes infatuated with. That would be very Virgo feeling, you know, like representation of Virgo. Mary is kind of, she was a priestess in the temple, right? So what's going on here? Like the knight putting his hand on her chest.
It's
are things heating up?
Yeah, he wants her.
He's like, I feel it burning in my chest.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dragging out the golem now. So, did we miss the scene? The spirit showed up and give him the word?
No, they're about to do it. They're bringing it to the room to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, we definitely need to key in here. What's the time marker on the film, by the way?
We are 29 minutes into it.
This is actually what we had at the mark for the second part was the breath. So this is tracking pretty well. There he is again. So I think, if you have your hand on somebody's chest like that, you can, he's up close to her. So they're kind of emphasizing the breath right now, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So, they're dealing with Venus also. So it almost makes you wonder, like, is the knight making the moves on this maiden? Is he under the influence of Venus? It's like they just can't help themselves when Venus is hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. I feel amorous all of a sudden. I must, it's like they're on ecstasy or something.
I wonder if that's actually a female actress or if that's just a male actor in a wig.
That's what I was wondering. They all kind of look. That was kind of an interesting point too, because like, isn't Astaroth androgynous spirit? So there might be some intentionality there.
Yeah. Look at the circle on his chest.
I didn't catch that.
It reminds me of the Ouroboros.
So who is that guy? Seems to be like his assistant or something.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's like the Igor kind of figure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he seems to be like a hunchback or something. I'm not real sure what's going on. So the circle is on him. I wonder if that's some type of symbol of it was like some type of other magic.
Oh, we wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, they jump up suddenly. So I only had my hand on her chest. She seemed unresponsive. I was just checking on her. Sign of life. Okay, so here we go. In memory of your services, we grant you an audience. Come to the festival at the castle and amuse us with your magical arts. Uh-oh. Is he going to bring the golem?
Yep.
That may not be a good idea.
Everyone gets infatuated with the golem at first because it's handy to have around to do chores. And it's just interesting because it's a new thing.
Yeah, that seems to be what drives the whole immigration thing, too. Okay, so we've granted you an audience. You're now going to come to the king's court. Is that what the knight was there to do, was deliver that message?
Yeah.
And while he was there, he was trying to ham it up with his daughter, huh? So, like, everybody's going for this chick, huh? The golem, too?
Yeah. Everyone likes the rabbi's daughter.
I'm sure there's a good joke there somewhere.
Yeah. It also reminds me of how that's still to this day a trope in film of like the daughter and the boy she's interested in, like having a moment amongst themselves, and then like, oh, the parents are coming home or something like that, right? Like that's
they get caught making out on the couch.
Yeah, like that's
exactly when the golem's going to show up and get you. You shame me, but I will soon have a guardian for you. Uh-oh. So he's setting the golem as a guardian over his daughter to keep her chaste from that. So she's actually interested in the knight then.
It seems like she possibly could be interested. She's pertaining the idea.
Which knight is an interesting word, right? Knight in general, and then a knight is in service to the crown. Oh, don't worry, I have a golem to watch over you. What a weird thing. Look, okay, so there's the star on the chest again. If we can compel the powers of darkness to reveal the magic word, we can bring the golem to life. Ooh, we're in the mystical part of this now, and this is when the magical working is actually going to occur. So what's he have there, if you can notice any details? So he's got a book, and him and his assistant are carefully...
I believe that's the star what he had in his hand was the star that they eventually put on his chest.
So they're looking through their grimoire now. They're leaking through the pages. Okay, so he keeps reaching for something there. You said that was part of the implements?
Yeah, I believe that's the star they put on his chest.
Oh, it's an actual object then. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've crafted something to imprint into the golem.
Yeah, and that's it works like I guess like a battery of sorts.
Okay.
It keeps him alive. A conduit of sorts.
Yeah. Do we know what material it is? Like, is it metallic or something? Or I'm sure if it's J's, it's probably gold or silver, right?
I don't know what the material is. I wonder if the assistant is having second thoughts. Because that's often...
He's like, I'm about to be replaced.
Yeah.
I'm training my replacement.
The trope of the Frankenstein monster is that his assistant usually will have second thoughts.
Yeah, this is like the mad scientist arc for him. He's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
The ethics of my master beginning to... I'm starting to question the ethics of my master here. So what's he got a hat on?
Yeah, he's got a hat and a wand.
Very strange looking magic hat. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
So here he is tracing.
He's making a magical circle so he can channel the spirit.
He's making his scrying circle. Okay, just like the depictions that you see. Now he's got smoke and fog arising around him, vapor, if you will. Looks like a wrestler coming out for like an intro song. Is that his assistant in there with him?
Yeah, his assistant.
So they're holding the star aloft, swinging it around his head, very much like they do the chicken, actually, for Yom Kippur. Uh-oh. So there's like little balls of fire jumping around them now.
Yeah, like some kind of
So the
orbs.
spirits. So they're entertaining the spirits now.
He has a circle on his chest too, the rabbi.
Yeah, I just now noticed that, actually. So that must be some type of... sometimes with some of these spiritual things, they'll be made to wear certain things. I didn't realize I had my ham radio on. I powered it off. Okay, so here they are in the midst of the vapor and fog. And,
here's
so
the face.
Ashtaroth has appeared, and the face is emanating a smoky breath of sorts.
And now here's the word. The word is about to appear.
And he's known for having bad breath, I think. So this would be like a noxious fume, probably. And the stars probably, there it is.
Amet.
Amet is the word they're looking for. And so this star might actually have been necessary to, a necessary component in dealing with the spirit.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'd have to hold up a ring or something to keep the breath knocking them out or whatever, stuff like that. See here, did he throw the star?
Yeah, he threw the star.
Yeah, so he didn't need it now. So what, is he just riding in ecstasy, or like what's going on?
Yeah, it seems like he's dropped to the floor.
Wasn't sure if that was part of it or not. Like, is he just happy?
Too much.
The spirit has departed, maybe.
Yeah, too much power. Yes, I now have the word. Now I can finish my creation. Which isn't even his creation. He just found it. His assistant, it seems like he's passed out.
Well, like I said, I think that breath has that effect on you without the proper word.
Notice he spelled Amet with an A-E, not just an E.
Well, didn't it have an H at the end also?
I
Almost
don't
like a
think
math
so.
or something. Couldn't
It
quite
might
tell.
have, but I didn't notice an extra H.
It's A-E. That's
Aether.
yeah, but there's actually some origins with that pronunciation. I think that's, yeah, there it is again. A-E-M-A-E-T. So that's, I've seen it spelled E-M-E-T. So they're adding a lot of letters to it in this film here.
Yeah.
The A's. So they're cradling the golem now. And I'm assuming they're getting ready to animate it.
Yeah. Is there anything more that you know about the word Amet that you could tell us?
Well, Emet translates to truth. And so this golem is then being animated with the word truth. And so when we hear scripture that talks about like how Christ says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, that's technically the same word. You know, it's saying like those three things basically mean the same. The word means the same three things, in other words. And so he's the spirit that animates our vessel, right? And so in that same way, we're kind of seeing the golem now has been animated by a spirit, right? The
It's
spirit
alive.
of truth. It's alive. So
yeah, he folded the paper with the word Amet and put it inside the star, and put the star on his chest.
now you're supposed to put it in the golem's mouth, actually. So that is a little bit of a difference here. And you're supposed to also inscribe the word on the forehead, I think. So it's supposed to be written on paper, placed in the mouth, and or maybe perhaps it's also an option to just put it on the forehead. Now, what's important is because to deanimate the golem, you have to erase the E off the word, or in this case, the AE. He's aggressing toward the minion, so the minion already got his suspicions validated here, right?
Yeah.
Like the golem's all aggressive already toward the help. So he's not a team player necessarily.
No.
He's only on Team Golem or Truth in that case. Like what becomes the rubric? You know, what's the algorithm now for the golem? So right now he's programming the golem, in a way, right?
Yeah, and so
It's
part
like,
of that
hey, don't hurt this guy.
yeah. So part of that program will be to protect his daughter. So, maybe that's where his fascination with the daughter starts to.
Exactly. It's programmed into his being. So what is he, chopping wood here, or they set
Yeah.
him to task?
Yeah. This is where they set him just to do random chores and random things, which is how he starts to get popular because people are like, "Oh, look at this crazy invention that's doing work for us."
I'll have to remember that compliment the next time. Like, he's got the endurance of a golem. Look at him go. See if, how well received that compliment is. You must work out. You remind me of you're built like a golem. You must work out. Who sculpted you? You look strong. I bet you know all the pickup lines. Oh, see, except those are like useless for me because I'm not interested in golems. But anybody who is, you're welcome to use them. So is there some alarm now? They look frantic. Something's going on with the golem. He's drawing water from a well here.
Yeah, I believe they are
just impressed with his efficiency.
Yeah, I think the rabbi is impressed. I don't know how impressed his daughter is, though.
Well, she's concerned, and this is my new servant, Golem. Oh, so she's just now noticed him.
Yeah. So she was like, I don't like that thing.
Clutching her pearls, even if she had them on. Clutching her
Golem's first appearance on the street.
I can just imagine, like, Notorious B.I.G., Dr. Dre, or whatever it is. It's the first OG Golem walking the street. So, is that hair or something on his head? Is that supposed to be like his hair? Or a helmet or something?
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
I always found that design kind of peculiar. Didn't really know what the style, maybe that's like the style or something, like a bowl cut almost.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's like a bowl cut.
So he's venturing down the street, and he has children running around, like probably thinking he's cool looking and stuff.
Yeah.
Gawkers, onlookers here. So right now he's a novelty.
Yeah.
Curiosity, if you will. He's descending the stairs. Famously, like, what was it, like Trent on the escalator. Here we got the golem going down the stairs. Maybe he'll be the next president of Prague before you know it. So he's moving pretty stiff right now. Does he maintain this rigidity throughout the movie, or does he get more?
Yeah, he's usually
fluid
pretty
in his
stiff,
movement.
kind of. He walks like Frankenstein.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. If I were to run into the golem of today, I would hope it moves a lot like this. Except I fear it may be fairly agile compared to the golem of yesteryear. So the golem is holding aloft a decree or a shopping list. Like, he can't speak. So even though truth is what animates him and is supposed to be placed in his mouth, this is the rabbi's new servant. He cannot speak, but he will not harm you. He will come to you each day with a list of articles we need. So they give the shopping list to the golem. So I just think it's interesting that yet truth is placed in his mouth, so to speak. No pun intended. He cannot speak. Maybe the golem doesn't have a tongue. That would be curious detail. So here we got, is this the knight once again?
Yeah. So
what shenanigans is he up to here? He's doing something through a small opening in the door, like paying people coins.
yeah, I was gonna say I believe that's coins.
Can't be up to any good. Looks shady. So somebody just got paid off, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So like, was it false flag incoming or some type of shenanigans?
Yeah. I
So we
wanted
know that the girl and the guy want to be together, so I'd say they're like going to try to sabotage the golem somehow. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wonder because they're in these taller buildings. If any moment is also trying to invoke like towers card symbolism at any point.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. Yeah.
Because you would have the maiden, then you would have a knight or squire, and then tower, and then, like you said, the white horse. Which did you say that would be
the knight? Yeah.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably be the one at the end, like leading the charge to kill the golem, kill the golem, kill the wabbit kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So the assistant's kind of interacting with him now and probably providing him some instruction.
Yeah.
So he's at the stove, like the hearth. Oh, okay. So he's instructing the golem to stoke the fire.
Yeah.
Was he stoking it too well? Oh, Eve is informing us that the assistant is the brother of Miriam. So it's his son, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Eve.
So both children do not like the golem. So the two natural golems don't like the unnatural golem. Shocker. I go today to show the golem to the emperor. Stay and guard the house. My natural golems will guard the house, but my unnatural golem I'm going to take to show to the emperor. I could see the hatred, motive here from the children's perspective.
Yeah, because their dad has more interest in this creation.
Golem wars, yes. Wars among the children.
Even though they're his own like flesh and blood, so to speak, right?
Oh, now we got somebody on top of the ramparts with their fists extended to the heavens. I'm not really sure what to make of it yet. Was that a shriek of lament? Not real sure. But they're in the tower again, like you said. very big focus on the tower right now.
Yeah.
So that was the Miriam at the top of the ramparts. Oh, maybe she's happy because Lover Boy is scheming. Oh, we got a plan now. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Dispose of the golem somehow.
They're meeting at the.
So is this
Meeting at the
murder?
tower.
Like, are they plotting to murder the golem? Would it be murder to kill the golem?
That's a good question. And I wonder if the knight and the maiden would also be the lover's card.
Oh, hey, that's perfect. The Rose Festival, by the way. That feels important. Is this like a thing in Prague? The Rose Festival? I wonder.
I had it here. I was trying to find it in my notes. That's why I'm looking down. The Rosalia Festival.
Okay, so
in the Roman Empire, the Rosalia Festival was a festival of roses celebrated on the various dates, primarily in May, but scattered through mid-July. This is from Wikipedia, by the way.
I'd never heard of that before. You know, parades in general actually originate with Ishtar or Inanna from ancient times, like in Babylon. So anytime you see a parade nowadays, they all originated from that, which she is Venus. So I find it curious. At the time appointed by the emperor for the arrival of your father, I will leave the castle to come to you, place a light in the window, and there will you be waiting for me. So the knight and her are corresponding with a letter. So they're plotting some time with one another while father is away showing off the golem. They're gonna get together. What could go wrong? Surely the golem won't show up while they're making out. Like, that's horror movie 101. And
we're at 56 minutes into the film.
So we got approximately half an hour left. So now we're reaching our conclusion of their golem. The climax. I feel like this is getting to the climax where the golem crashes out. I like that we're describing it that way.
Yeah.
For a while, it took me a while to figure out what that meant.
And to read a little bit more from the Rose Festival Wikipedia.
Sure.
It says, as a religious experience, Rose T, I can't even pronounce it. It's the Roman word for the Rose Festival, Rostio, might also be offered to the cult statue or deity or some kind of revered objects. In May, the Roman army would celebrate the Rosalia Singorum Rose Festival, at which they adorned the military standards and garlands. The Rose Festivals of private associations and clubs are documented by at least 41 inscriptions in Latin and 16 in Greek, where the observance is often called Rodumus. Well, that is one Rose Festival. I know they're in Prague right now, so I don't know if that's the exact festival they're celebrating, but that is at least a similar festival that I could find online.
Well, in a way, they could be kind of conveying like Jews versus Rome kind of thing.
Is there any other Masonic things that you could tell us about?
We just saw a cigarette burn, I think.
The golem and its creation right now, before we head into the final act.
I was just saying, like, there was a cigarette burn in the film, I think, just now, a moment ago. So doesn't that, he is my creature called Golem. More I may not tell you. So he named the creation Golem. That's like its name then, apparently. Wonder what that actually means. But, you know, Masonically, well, you know, we're taught to shape our stones, right, to be useful for creating the, it's not made with hands, eternal in the sky, as it were. So, in other words, heaven. So, in this way, the golem is shaped in a sense as well. Is he imperfect, like the imperfect ashlar in the Masonic Lodge, or is he made perfect, like the perfect ashlar, ready to be fitted to the temple? Well, we know the conclusion is that the golem crashes out, right? So, what you said something that seemed important. What was it? Did they just give the golem flowers, a bouquet? And so he seems well received, beloved. They're providing him flowers. Seems like an honored guest here at this flower festival. So, like you said, this is a lot of times May, right? So what manner of miracle will you show us today, strange magician? So they're at their festival and they are asking for his magician party favors. What can this golem do? Reminds me of that meme where the salesman slaps the top of the car and says, this baby can do this or that. It's like, imagine slapping your golem and be like, this baby can do a lot of chores.
I wonder if they're going to be drinking out of the cups again. As well.
Oh, he was pointing out that in the flower scene, he seems to have
like can a
maybe
golem
an
have
emotional
feelings?
response.
Eve says, what I find strange, that he seems to have feelings at that scene in a way. Yeah, it's like, can a golem emote? Maybe AI can use emojis, but can it emote?
Right. It's like, they love me. They really love me. Maybe he felt some affirmation in that moment or something. Oh, here we got the verse Tris. Here they're embracing one another. The knight and the maiden. And what? Oh, brother's actually home but asleep in the laboratory. So maybe he's the one that causes
showing
problems.
off his power.
So dad's here at the Emperor's court with his pyrotechnics, and he's unveiling the golem. Except there's something going on in the background I don't quite understand. Looks like people walking, maybe, on pilgrimage. Do you know what's going on? That looks kind of important. There's like people in a desert, maybe, with horses. I couldn't tell what was going on. It's just like the Jews from back in the day. The forefathers, Eve says. Okay, so he's telling the story of his people. Yeah, that must be Moses or somebody iconic from the history. Now notice, because this is a past story thing, like how they framed it with the way they framed it with the shadow.
Yeah,
So
then
you kind of know what's going on.
golems
There's the
and
court jester, by
AI,
the way.
like it's like how does it know that it's infatuated with the rabbi's daughter? Really, it's kind of like Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like it's just doing it's in its algorithm, what's in its code, because it just knows it has to get it done. So it's like it's not necessarily that the golem is infatuated, lustful, or loves the rabbi's daughter. It's
Just doing
just
what
the
he
fact
was
that
made to
it's
do.
part of his programming, right?
Hey,
to
what's
protect
going
her.
on right now? Actually, like, is somebody bringing the house down? Like, what the heck's going on here?
It was a couple of years ago they had that movie Megan come out about the AI
Yeah, the
doll.
AI chick. Is the golem like tearing the place down? Like, what's going on? Looks chaotic. Yeah, like the whole place is coming down, dude. Is the rabbi doing that, or is the golem doing that? Oh, they laughed, and somebody said they shouldn't laugh. So then the golem saves them. Save me, and I will pardon your people.
Yeah,
Well, this is just like
the
the
golem
Esther Purim
does
story.
save her because he can't harm her, right? Yeah.
So this is a lot like Project Esther. So Esther was Esther is a character in the story of Purim where she's like the king's concubine, and she convinces him to spare the people, the Jews, in this case. And then they end up killing several of his people that were plotting to kill the Jays, right? So, of course, nowadays we have what's called Project Esther, and so they're basically using the modern day golem to go after people that are plotting against the Jays. So it's funny, you're right, this story seems to just repeat itself over and over again. It's like they wouldn't need a golem in the first place if they would just treat people with respect and not try to ruin their countries. But like the golem is just a necessary thing.
I feel like he's getting slightly better at walking.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, you know, so like you could almost associate the golem inherently with the tower in a sense, because it's like he never even shows up until the end is near, you know, because they wouldn't need him in the first place. Oh, wait. We just saw Miriam and the Knight in bed together. They looked satisfied. So they're no longer pure. So now the golem is, what does he have the green flag to go after them now? Because they've committed the horror movie 101 sin of
The
making
star
out and
also
stuff.
reminds me of how in the United States, the star is the badge given to police officers to put on their chest. It gives them the authority.
We are saved. The
Emperor has
Emperor.
withdrawn his decree. Awake the sleeping brethren with the joyful sound of the
Shofara horn, which I have one of those, by the way. This is just like the Purim story, which is celebrated like around January, February-ish. Typically, it's the story of the king's decree getting reversed because he decreed to kill them all. And then his decree was rescinded when Esther got him to reverse it. So in this sense, the golem is Esther-ish. Project Esther, I'm telling you, it's a real thing. People should look into it because
The branch has been pretty quiet. I hope the golem didn't get him.
Oh, is it not working?
Oh no.
Is it not working? Can you not hear me?
They have returned.
Hear me? Yeah, dude, I'm here. Can you not hear me? Well, I don't know. Oh, okay, Eve can hear me, but I guess you can't. At least something's working.
So the rabbi Low, I think it's how you pronounce his name, maybe not. He was an actual person as well. So they didn't name the rabbi after a real Judah rabbi. And he is, in legend, the one to actually create the Golem of Prague.
That's
so I
interesting.
wonder if in time maybe someone like Peter Till's name will be remembered for creating Palantir.
And de-animating Palantir, potentially, or the Golem in this case. He just removed the star.
Oh, weird. I guess, is Eve the only person that can heal Branch? That's so strange. Here, let me try something really quick.
And
now try talking to Branch.
There's the tower again. And now he's blowing the shofar horn, which in the story of Jericho, the horn's blown to crumble the tower and the ramparts. So I think that is a valid point to be made about the tower symbolism here, and the role a ram's horn might play in that regard. Yeah, I don't think you can hear me, guys.
I don't know. Yeah.
So Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets,
I can't hear Josh.
Occurs in the fall, and so this might be the time of year. You know, we might be in an appropriate time of year for this story. Let us rejoice. That's what you're supposed to do when a ram's horn's blown. Like, you shout and carry on like this.
I could hear him earlier.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to try and not talk when he's talking. And then there's a certain way you blow the horn, too. It's just very characteristic. We must be doing something right if Satan's interfering with us. Too over the mark.
This is crazy. I don't know what happened. So if we talk over each other, I apologize to the branch and the audience.
See, he's already adapting. I think this will work out. We're close to the end, guys. We're trying to land this golem plane. We're building the golem plane as we're flying it. I have Virat.
So yeah, I'll try to keep an eye out when I can see his volume bars go up and down when he talks. And so if I see those light up, I'll stop talking. And so I'll try to work this out for the remainder of the video. We can pull it off.
There's something about him talking about here the spirit. I guess he's going to try and give the golem back to the spirit somehow. Your task, golem, is fulfilled. Be lifeless clay once again, lest the powers of darkness take vengeance. So yes, this is a necessary step in deanimating the golem. The servitor has lived out its purpose, right? So they're only intended to live for a certain period of time, just like humans, if you think about it, right? So here is the time has come for the golem to meet his end, it would seem. Golem see a master. Yehuda waits below with elders to escort you to the synagogue for the ceremony of thanks. Yehuda, by the way, I think is a way of saying Jew or Hebrew. Judas. So they're wanting to have a ceremony of thanks. I guess they're celebrating the golem achievement. Achievement unlocked. Uh-oh, we got the lovers in the tower. After all have left, steal through the gate. It's our Romeo and Juliet getaway. You guys broke the rules, though. You're not going to make it. I portend that, yeah, it's not going to work out for the lovers. The golem's going to get them, Chris. Okay, so they're in the streets now. Another parade. So this is what, a Jewish parade? Is that like the Ark of the Covenant or something? Oh, how am I spoiling things? I didn't even see the movie. Okay, I'll try to not say anything. But yeah, they broke the rules. So it's 101, horror movie 101. If there were any ethnicities in the movie, they would probably go first. But that's another one of the rules, apparently. The pure one lives, so I guess in this case it'll be the incel son, maybe, that lives. Who knows? Stay tuned. Somebody's gonna get it, though. I can sense it. So we got, I will be the first to bring the joyful news to Miriam. So I guess that's the night. What is it that the golem is no more? Is that what he thinks is happening here? Okay, so they're communicating through a door, I think. I am not ready. Go and I will follow you. Oh, that's her brother, excuse me. No, I will wait and take you to the synagogue. So her brother's trying to take her to the synagogue. She doesn't want to go. Guess she's got other plans. Oh, her lover's there with her. They're trying to keep quiet. Yeah. I think brother's going to catch on to what's going on here. Uh-oh. He's got his ear to the door. This isn't good, Chris. Uh-oh. She's race mixing. It's all over now, guys. The golem's gonna get him, her, him, somebody. Yeah, brother looks upset. He doesn't approve. And he ran straight to the lab.
What's interesting about this film
Reanimating the golem
is that it was like I said at the beginning, is really the first monster movie, the first creature feature. So it's told through the lens of this is a monster, this is a monstrosity, this is a beast, right? That really a warning or a fearful story, not necessarily like it was less historic and more of like, this is a monster, beware of this monster. Early horror.
Well, and there is an element of race, even with our modern day golems, because Palantir is pretty much coded to go after Palestinians exclusively. So it seems as though that's always a present element in the story. And was he being instructed to be a battering ram now? Use your strength. So he has to pass a strength check of 15 to breach the door. And he passed the check, everyone. The golem has breached the door. The chick, Miriam, passed out from, well, she's regained her composure, maybe. Okay, so the knight went to plunge a dagger into the chest of the golem. He was unsuccessful. That was he rolled a 1, it looks like. Uh-oh. He's got a grip on Miriam now. The cuck is getting manhandled now, and yes, the golem is efficient. He's being provided some instruction now by the brother, some further programming instructions.
Yeah, I don't think the golem really loves her. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's kind of like Hal from 2000 A Space Odyssey, where it's just in his programming to protect her, and maybe that is mistaken for love or lust or some kind of fascination, because his program is to protect her safety. He didn't really have like the human emotion to love and to be with someone, which is where Frankenstein comes in, because that's what Frankenstein wanted, and that's why the Bride of Frankenstein, came later.
Uh-oh. He's got that dagger again, but we already noticed that didn't work. The golem's got his scent. Uh-oh. We just lost the host. Looks like the golem got him, guys. Oh my gosh. So the prince is on top of a parapet tower with the golem. They're engaged in mortal combat, folks. Oh, snap. He just threw the guy off the top rope into the abyss. Oh my gosh. I don't know where Chris went. He is back now.
So, I'm here, guys.
Hey, I thought the golem got you, man.
I gotta go, and we keep on having technical issues. So I think we're gonna try to have to end it here.
That's unfortunate.
Um,
But the golem,
we might try this again. This was a fun experiment. I might keep this one up.
it's
We might
just
try it
starting
again.
to get good, Chris.
Um,
Like we got
Yeah, we keep on having technical issues.
the
And
climax.
I
There's the top of the tower.
think
fighting.
it's about time to call it because I'm
Ah.
also starting to have issues on my end. So
It's
unfortunately we can't finish the
It's
end
the
of the film.
Jays.
But however, like, subscribe. We do have a Golem conversation on our X account on X Spaces that you can listen to as well. And
Yeah,
we might
guys,
try to do round 2 on this. Might just
check it out.
call this good. This was a very fun experiment. And stay tuned for more episodes, more traditional episodes of Channel KOK, where the Branch and I discuss film esoterically.
This scene reminds me of when Lenny's petting the rabbits.
For tuning in, and thanks to Branch.
See you guys. Thanks for joining us, Nicholas. And you appreciate it. You almost made it.
In the kingdom beneath the ever-falling skies, where the towers drown in sapphire mist, rain etches sermons on the stone and glass, and time rewinds in magnetic hiss. We watch the North Star flicker above, a reel spinning in God's holy machine. Angels with lights and celestial gloves, framing each breath behind the screen. They spoke in tapes and chromatic tones, scrolls of VHS inside cathedral halls, words in static, hymns and dial tones, faith broadcast through rainfall's calls. Dreams projected on the castle wall, bleeding silver in the ancient night. A script divine in the thunder scroll, where gods direct and ghosts recite. We watch the North Star flicker above, a reel spinning in God's holy machine. Angels with lights and celestial gloves, framing each breath behind the screen. Became a lens of fate. We prayed in fuzz, not candlelight. Each frame a prayer, the reels create in God's cinema of endless night. We watch the North Star flicker above, a reel spinning in God's holy machine. with lights and celestial